What is going on, everybody? Reverend Say here. Today I've got some Destiny multiplayer gameplay for you guys today, where I am playing the game type Control, which is basically like domination, except how this game mode works is when you control a point, like say you control 1 point, you get a certain amount of points per kill. You control 2 points, you get more points per kill, and then 3 points, you get even more points than 2 per kill, and that's how you win. Basically the entire score goes up. You can see it in the bottom right corner. Now this game, I did come in a little bit late, so it was already going, but it was still relatively a new game. Basically it was only 2,000 points, and I think it's like 20,000 to win, so I was like, ah, heck, I'll stay in here, and boy am I glad I did, because I destroyed these kids here. I get 27 kills. I don't know how many deaths, because there's actually not a death counter in the game, but it does show my KD. It was like 5.43 or something like that, so if you guys want to do math and figure that out, you can. But I get a 15 kill streak, which is definitely my highest in Destiny so far. And you get a medal called Reign of Terror. I was like, ooh, that's pretty freaking cool. In fact, I actually could have gone farther, but I did get a little unlucky with a spawn that had happened, and you guys will definitely see that. But I get some triple kills, some nice double kills. I just go off this game, so I hope you guys really enjoy it. Now, I do kind of want to give like my little opinion here of the game and the state it's at right now. Because I don't want to do like a whole like legit review or anything like that. Plus I got some other stuff to talk about later in this video, talking about my 2v2 Halo Reach tournament that I played in. My actual local GameStop held a 2v2 Reach tournament during the wait for Destiny to come out, and yeah, so we'll definitely have to sit there and talk about that. I actually won it, so it was a lot of fun. But nonetheless, my opinion on this game is that it's just great, guys. It really is. If you're not playing this game, there's something wrong with you. I talked to a few people on Twitter who like weren't excited for it. They're like, I played the beta and it wasn't fun. And I'm just like, what? What do you mean it wasn't fun? This game is a ton of fun. It's like all the best things in your favorite games, like favorite shooters, put into one thing. It's like the setting and art style is extreme, and like the RPG-ness is very like, it reminds me of Mass Effect a lot, especially in some of the areas you go to, like on the moon. I'm like, dude, this feels really like Mass Effect. And then you got the tower, which is kind of like the Citadel, and it's like, this is kind of cool. And then you got like the gameplay mechanics, the movement and stuff like that. It's very similar to like Halo and Call of Duty and Titanfall all at the same time, except it's like, it's nice and polished and it works perfectly fine. It's like, and it's very fluid like Call of Duty is. It's very simple to understand and to get used to. And I'm just like, this game, this game is literally just like, hey, let's take all the good things about everything that was good and put them together instead of them being separated. So I absolutely love this game. It's phenomenal. Another comparison, I guess, would be Borderlands as well. A lot of people are making that comparison, but in this game, it's like, in Borderlands you get weapons and that's like it, and grenades. In this you're getting like everything. You're getting like armor, you're getting class items, which are basically just cosmetic that only your class can wear. You can get like different colors and stuff like that. Like your little player card thing you get to find in chests and stuff like that, or drops and whatnot. And then you're also getting guns at the same time. So it's like it's similar to Borderlands in that aspect, and plus the boss fights are very similar to Borderlands 2. But the drops and stuff are just way better, in my opinion. There's a lot more diversity in drops, and just, I guess there's some sort of crafting thing, I think, too. I haven't gotten into it yet. I can't remember. I think I found it in the beta and then I wasn't able to, or I thought I did in the beta. And I'm like, oh, there's gonna be a crafting system, because you get materials in this game for stuff, but I haven't exactly figured out exactly what they're for yet. But it's a ton of fun, and like everything goes together. Like it's kind of like an always online. It's like an MMO. It's an always online game, basically. Like, you go single player, you can jump in and out of co-op if you want to. There'll be other people in the world, and then if you want to go into multiplayer, you can go right into multiplayer. It's like a competitive shooter. It's not like and you actually get rewarded for it too. You can get gear while playing multiplayer. It's not like you're gonna like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go play multiplayer for like a pointless rank. No, like you actually get like reputations points for the vanguards and stuff like that, and then you level up in that, and then you need like a certain level in the for the Vanguard stuff to actually wear it, so you can like get better gear and stuff like that you have to play multiplayer for. So it's like it's a really cool concept how everything works together in a first-person shooter using competitive competitive first-person shooter multiplayer, not like some regular MMO or anything like that. So I absolutely love this game. There are a few issues with balancing, but they're not the biggest thing because it's still super fun even with those. And that's one thing is the fusion rifles are a secondary weapon. You get like a primary weapon, which is like an assault rifle, or like a scout rifle, which is like a semi-automatic gun, single shot. Then you have the pulse rifles, which are 3 bursts, and then you have your secondaries, which are basically snipers, shotguns, something called the fusion rifle, which is what I'm using in this game. I get most of my kills with because it's so overpowered, and stuff like that. And excuse me, the fusion rifle is way overpowered. If you land, it's like a charge weapon, but you have time to charge it before you can get killed easily, and you can get 2 shots off sometimes. And if you land those shots, it's a one-shot kill from a decent range, shoot, longer than a shotgun, and it's too easy to get kills with it. And I think they really need to nerf those things. I did hear that they had since the beta, because it was the same thing in the beta, but they're still way too powerful in my opinion. Shotguns were pretty powerful in the beta. They're not as noticeably powerful in this, which I was pretty happy about. And same with assault rifles. In the beta, the assault rifles, the automatic guns were just like, or they're called auto rifles, my bad, just were insanely overpowered. Like, you'd be better off running with that gun than any other thing you can find in the game. In the beta, but it's not like that anymore. You'd rather run the fusion rifles at least, but it still does switch off depending on the map. So if you're on a big wide open map or a map that's got like a lot of vehicles, you're gonna want a sniper rather than the fusion rifle or a shotgun. And then there are some maps where the shotgun is a little bit better than the fusion rifle. So yeah, but another thing I wanted to point out is this is actually my first time playing on this map. I have not played this map before, but that's pretty much my opinion, guys. I definitely recommend it. You gotta get it. It's a ton of fun, especially with friends. And I got nothing but good things to say about this game. Graphically, it looks absolutely amazing. Even looks better than the beta did. They definitely updated the textures from the beta, or since the beta. And it runs perfect. I haven't had any issues really, even with like connection or anything like that. So I definitely recommend this game. So that's pretty much it about the game. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm definitely going to be having some more Destiny gameplay coming out here. In fact, it might be my primary source here for the next month or so, just getting stuff out until Call of Duty starts getting closer and closer. Obviously, I still have Ghosts. It's not like I traded Ghosts in for this, so it's not. I'm not down to only this, so do not freak out about that. But nonetheless, this Halo Reach tournament, yeah, it was like my first tournament I've ever done anywhere, even though it was kind of like a pickup thing. It was actually put on at our GameStop during the wait for the midnight launch for Destiny by Little Caesars, which I'm sure most of you guys know what Little Caesars is, at least if you live in the US. Basically, it's like super cheap, super fast pizza. It's like $5. You go in and you got yourself a hot and ready pizza like that, basically, because they like pre-make them. And they're not bad. They're not the best pizzas ever. But when you're like, man, I'm really hungry, I want to go get some food, and you don't want to wait, you can just drive up to Little Caesars, give them $5 and get yourself a pizza. And they're good, especially for only being $5. So I always liked Little Caesars. Ours kind of shut down, but there was a different one there, and they were putting it on. Little thing to note, they did hook up the Xbox wrong for some reason. They actually didn't have, it was either the Xbox wasn't set to 1080i and the TV was set to 1080p, or the other way around. So there was a big input lag. So whenever I would move the stick, it would be like a half a second to a second later my guy would actually move. So it was really bad. Originally it was going to be a 1v1 tournament, and I was like, oh heck yeah. And then they're like, oh let's do 2v2. I'm like, okay, I'm good, because it was on one TV. So it's not like you have 4 different TVs, everyone have their own screen. It was split screen 4 ways. I was like, yeah, forget that. I'm not gonna do that. That's annoying, especially with the input lag, which I didn't know existed at the time. But one guy, there was one guy that had an odd number of people who volunteered to do it, and the one guy needed a teammate, and I was like, all right, you know what, fine, I'll do it. So decided to do it. Sat down. Our first match goes up. For some reason, they decided to do the tournament on Zealot and Halo Reach, which is terrible. Well, it's not a terrible map. It's just not a very fun map. Nobody wanted to do it either, but that's why they did it, because nobody voted for that map. So they're like, let's do it on this map then, because I guess they figured that since everyone hates it, it's gonna be even more fair, I guess. I don't know. So they did it on that map, and our first match we won 17-4. It took me a while to get used to because first off, that's when I discovered it was really bad input lag, and then second off, with the way I was sitting on the left, my teammate was sitting on the right, and we were on the top part of the screen. My controller was synced to the screen all the way on the right, and his was on the left, so we were kind of crisscrossed. So we had to swap each other's controllers, and he was set to 7 sensitivity, and I was set to 5. So not only did I have a bit of trouble aiming because my sensitivity was higher, but also because of the input lag. So higher sensitivity and input lag combination, horrible. So it was really rough at first. I ended up getting like a big killing spree going, almost got a killing frenzy, and we won 17-4. So he got 10 kills, I got 7. Dominated him. Second game, I think the second game was actually our closest, and we tied like 2-2, and then we had to go sudden death, and we ended up winning that as well. And then the finals, we obliterated them. We won like 10-2 or something like that. And so yeah, but at the end of it, I guess they only had one prize. So we had to go 1v1, and with the input lag and all this stuff, I rely on grenades so much, and I missed grenades like crazy because of all the input lag. So I ended up losing, just barely, but I ended up losing. I don't know what he won, actually, because he was already past midnight, and he was like the first group to go in to get the game, so he ran right in to get Destiny right after the tournament. But it was definitely a ton of fun, so yeah, I won a Halo Reach tournament. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I know it was a little bit scatterbrained, but nonetheless, if you did, please leave a like, favorite, comment down below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.